So, welcome everyone. Some of those in attendance may have joined for previous workshops, but just for background, this is a series of workshops that emerged out of a joint funding programme between Charles University in Prague and the University of St Andrews in Scotland. The idea, and I would like to thank Michael Plaszczuk very much for driving this initiative, but the idea is really to bring researchers who are interested in the public sector together with researchers who are interested primarily in the private sector, with the aim of trying to better understand our work in these distinct areas in relation to sustainability issues. So we've had 2 workshops so far, and this is the 3rd and final workshop of the series. So this workshop, we're going to consider methodological issues or method, and to an extent thinking about the challenges that we all face as researchers when we're undertaking research on sustainability issues in our distinct fields. So as I've mentioned in the first workshop, we actually undertook a survey prior to the workshops just to better understand the issues that people were facing and the kind of interests that our diverse groups have. On methodological issues, the findings were very much as you would expect. So both across public sector researchers and private sector researchers, the main issue that came through was data access and access to data, as you would expect. And the other was data validity, or concerns with, for example, using published sustainability reports, which themselves are constructed using different methodologies and perhaps drawing their own data from different sources. So the difficulties of comparing published sustainability reports. So those are the kind of issues that were raised. So we've brought together 2 distinguished speakers today to reflect upon issues of method and methodology. So we have Professor Charles Cho from Schulich School of Business in Toronto, and Dr. Jordi Rossell from University of Girona. So I'll start by introducing Charles. Many of you on the call may have met Charles before or be familiar with Charles and his work. They say of James Brown is the hardest working man in rock and roll. Charles, to my mind, is the hardest working man in accounting academia, exceptionally busy and exceptionally distinguished. He's currently the editor of Accounting Forum, a leading accounting journal in our field. He sits on the editorial board of Journal of Business Ethics and is an associate editor of Business and Society. I've worked with Charles for many years. Charles has been on the council for the Centre for Social and Environmental Accounting Research, and has had many roles as a council member, including leading our international associates and running sitting as chair of the annual conference that we have each year. He's done that for many years as well. So without further ado, I'll pass you over to Charles Cho,